Hi everyone. Hopefully we're live now. So welcome to our Academy overview webinar. Really good to see so many people joining us. As always, we'll hold off for a minute or so to let a few more people join. But in the meantime, if you aren't familiar with the Livestorm platform, there's a little chat section which you can use to interact with me, leave feedback, ask any questions. So while we wait for a few more people to join, I'd love to know a couple of things. One, where you're based, where you're joining us from, and then secondly, whether you have signed up for the Academy, whether you've completed any courses, and what kind of thing you'd like to know. I'd be really interested. And as I say, we'll kick this off. I'll give it another minute, and then we get started. But for anyone that has just joined and just come in, I'd love to know in the chat where you are all based, where you're joining us from, and whether you are already an Academy user. And if you are, I'd love to know what you think. So I can see a few people type in, which is brilliant. Hey Timothy. Ah, nice, Marcel. How did you find them? Really interested to know. And also how you found the instructor. So for anyone that hasn't joined the Academy yet, I'll give you a bit of a sneak peek today. People from all over. One, Steve from the US, thank you for joining. I'm from the UK, if you couldn't already tell. So mid-afternoon here. I can see we have quite a few people that have already signed up, which is brilliant. So I'll give it 30 seconds or so. Found the solution on Twitter, comparing fail to ban. Yeah, brilliant. So Oswaldo, we like to think we're fail to ban on steroids. So really glad you found us. Really glad you've joined us today. People from all over the place, which is brilliant. Netherlands, Germany, Spain, awesome. Yeah, there are quite a few people from Germany joining, which is really cool. So now thank you very much for everyone that responded. Now that we have a few more people in the room, I will kick it off. So welcome everyone to what is our very first webinar. Oh, John, yes, you will get the recording. So yeah, welcome everyone to what is our very first webinar about the CrowdSec Academy. So if you aren't aware, I'm sure you all are because you found yourself here for whatever reason. We launched our brand new community-driven learning academy last week. So we all attended InfoSec, a big security conference that was in London. We announced it there and we still have, and we're seeing some really, really good response. So I can tell you just over the last week, we've had nearly 700 people sign up to the platform. So we're really, really proud. We're really grateful for the response. And the purpose of this webinar is to really just give you a complete overview of what the Academy is, why we at CrowdSec decided to invest some time and resource into this platform, and then I'll give you a few hints and tips about some of the courses that are available to you now. And then towards the end of the webinar, I'll hop over to the Academy site and I'll give you a quick tour, show you the navigation and a few different features. So this session will last around 30 minutes. And towards the end, I'll open up to questions. So feel free as we move along to ask any questions in the chat. If I see them, I've got you all on a separate screen. If I see them, I'll answer mid-flow. If not, then we will come back and review them at the end. So to kick things off, I will introduce myself. So I'm Jack, based out of the UK in a place called Maidenhead, not so far from London. And I am the community manager here at CrowdSec. So really my job is to make sure all of our users around the world have everything that they need to be successful with CrowdSec and our security engine. And you'll see me hanging around in tons of different places, whether that's virtual events like this one, in-person conferences, or over on our Discord server. So you can see if you'd like to join, we have a link that Paige has kindly just posted in the chat for us. We're very close to 4,000 members, so would be super grateful if you could all, if you haven't joined already, if you could all go and sign up to our Discord server and help us reach the 4,000 mark. So Discord is really the meeting place of the CrowdSec community. If you have any technical questions or need some guidance about the product, about the entire CrowdSec network, Discord really is the place to go and ask those questions. So you'll find all of our tech team in there. So the guys that build and maintain the product, our support specialists, me, we're always willing to help you out. So any technical questions, feel free to join the Discord. It's also a really good place just to get to know different Academy users from around the world. So we have a truly global community. So it's just, yeah, a very good tool to be able to keep in touch with everyone. And just yesterday, actually, we created a new meme channel, which seems to be our most popular channel even after a day. So if you're in need of a laugh or have some good material to share, yeah, please sign up to our Discord. So before I dive into what the Academy is, just want to take a quick minute to really give you an overview of what CrowdSec is. So you're all here today, so I'm sure you have either visited the CrowdSec website or you've signed up for the Academy already. But really what we're doing, we are trying to build the biggest ever IP reputation network community on the planet, which allows all of our users and our entire community to benefit from our global crowdsourced cyber threat intelligence. So the way it works, we truly are a network. So every person that joins the network is really helping to make it a lot stronger. And a reference that we like to use that might resonate with a lot of you, hopefully most of you, is that we are aiming to become the Waze of cybersecurity. So if you're not familiar with Waze, it is a mobile application that helps you kind of navigate your journeys on the road, while also giving you intelligence about traffic jams, speed traps, accidents to be aware of. And all of that intelligence is based on Waze's network of users. So all of the users in the Waze network share their intelligence to help other people have an easier journey, which is, as I say, what we're trying to become in the world of cybersecurity. So Waze is all about traffic. CrowdSec provides a real-time map of cybercriminal controlled IP addresses. And what that means is, as mentioned, all of this is crowdsourced. So every single person in the community really contributes by sharing their threat intelligence, which we then share with the whole network. So we're almost an internet neighborhood watch group. And we're really aiming to become the Waze of cybersecurity. So here's what you can expect from this session. As I say, it will probably last around 20 minutes from this point. I'm going to split it into two halves. So the first section will really give you an overview of what the Academy is, why we chose to create this free learning platform, and then I'll give you an overview of the courses that are available to you today, a bit of insight into what's to come, and then I'll show you a few additional features you can get access to as you sign up to the Academy. I'll then switch into demo mode and I'll flick over to the Academy site. And as I mentioned at the start, I'll give you all a chance to ask some questions at the end. So to kick things off, just want to take a bit of time to talk about some of the motivation behind the Academy. So why we chose to create this platform and put quite a lot of resource into it. So first thing, we really want to do our part in trying to close the skills gap that unfortunately is ever increasing in the world of cybersecurity. So you can see this stat on the screen here. It's not a typo, unfortunately. There are, at present, 3.5 million unfilled cybersecurity jobs around the world. So a lot of organizations that we talk to daily, a lot of organizations that publicly talk about this, they all really struggle when it comes to hiring security professionals just due to a lack of skills and lack of trained personnel. So a massive reason why we kicked off this initiative was we wanted to build a free cybersecurity training platform to try and do our bit to help close this skills gap. So closing the skills gap is one thing, but as I say, we are network based. So everyone as part of our network and our community all really help to strengthen the network. And when I say our network, I mean the network of all CrowdSec users globally. So we're on a mission to really promote a collaborative approach to security. And every one of you that has a CrowdSec security engine installation, anytime someone else chooses to install the engine, you will get some benefit from it. So the more people we have in the network, the stronger it becomes. So we thought if we can make it a lot easier for people to get their first security-based role by providing kind of different hands-on trainings, then we're really trying to do our bit to strengthen the entire network that all of us can actually take some benefit from. And then finally, we just wanted to make it easier for all of our brand new users to get started. So while we do have really extensive documentation, a load of different video tutorials on YouTube, and a ton of different content from influencers, we really listened to some of our users that expressed an interest in having a different learning path and a different approach as they're starting out. So we really want to complement your user journey. So that's exactly what we did by creating this online academy. So I'm now going to talk briefly about some of the courses that we have to offer. I will point out that we're listening really intently to all of our users. This academy was built for you. So we're kind of looking at it as sort of a community-owned asset. So if you have any feedback about courses that you'd like to see next, whether they are based on cybersecurity topics or more technical deep dives into the CrowdSec ecosystem, then I would urge you please to leave any suggestions in the Livestorm platform, in our Discord server, or you can also leave feedback on the Academy site directly, which I'll show you a bit later. So we launched with 2 courses, but really excited to say that we're going to work on a fortnightly cadence. So what that means is every 2 weeks, likely on a Friday. So the next course is going to drop next Friday. We're going to release brand new courses. So you can expect new material to be uploaded to the Academy every 2 weeks. So when we launched last week, we launched with these 2 initial courses. So the first one is our community-driven cybersecurity course. So this course is really aimed at giving everyone a complete overview to the world of cybersecurity. So I'm sure, as all of you know, all of you probably feel this, there are so many different tools and different acronyms in the world of cybersecurity. So this course has really been designed to give all of our learners a complete fundamental introduction to the things that individuals and organizations really should be aware of. So we've tried to get rid of a lot of the noise and focus on the things that we think organizations and people like yourself really do need to be aware of. It is called the community-driven course, so it will also introduce you to the world of collaborative security and some of the different ways that we can all start to work together to build a network that is capable of fighting, unfortunately, the ever-increasing network of bad actors and cyber criminals that exist out there today. The second course we launched is our CrowdSec Fundamentals course. So this course is mainly aimed towards security professionals, IT managers, system admins, students, really anyone who would like to gain a basic understanding of what CrowdSec is, who we are, how you can use us to protect your servers and your networks against such a big array of cyber threats that we see daily. So this course goes into a lot more detail. It is slightly longer than the community-driven course. And as I said, really is there to give you a complete snapshot and a complete overview of our story, how to get started with us, including some different hands-on lab sessions where you can work through an actual CrowdSec installation. So I want to give you a sneak peek at our instructor. So for those of you that have yet to join the Academy, or maybe you've joined and you haven't taken a course yet, this will be the first time that you are meeting Trent, who is our instructor. So I'll let you all into a bit of a secret. He's not entirely human, but he is a very clear and personable presenter. So our friend Trent is actually an AI-powered avatar. So the way it works is Team CrowdSec, we create all of the learning content. We create them in the form of scripts, which we then feed to Trent, and he presents them to you for us. So one of the benefits here is that it allows us to create new courses a lot quicker. Instead of us having to kind of all get in the studio, record hours of content, it allows us to create new content a lot quicker. And if for whatever reason we need to change some aspects of existing courses, we can do so without having to kind of film the entire course again. Trent is also bilingual. So we've had a few discussions over the past week based on feedback from our users where they'd really like to see us localize some of these content into different languages. So again, that's the beauty of Trent. He can speak any language we'd like him to. So really excited to say that over the next couple of weeks, you will see some localized content coming out in different languages, which should really help a lot of you. Since we are a global community, English may not be the first choice or the first language for a lot of you. So we're trying to do as much as we can to be inclusive for all of our users. So everyone that completes one of our courses on the Academy will receive a certification in the form of these completion certificates that you can see on the screen now. So for now, you don't actually need to sit an exam to claim the certification, but we are working on a formal professional accreditation in the form of an official CrowdSec certification, which we're going to release towards the end of the year. So that will be quite a chunky learning path that takes a lot of time to explore all the different concepts of CrowdSec, and there will be a formal exam at the end. So as I say, we're hoping to release that towards the end of the year, and this will be a proper professional accreditation for you. What we are doing is we're encouraging all of our learners that have claimed one of their certificates to start sharing them out to their professional network. And you can see that over the last week, we've had an amazing response. We've seen a lot of people sharing their certificates who are very proud of them, and rightly so. So you can see on screen here, this is a very small snapshot of people that have actually shared their certificate. But I really urge you all to go and complete a course, share your certificate, because it's just a really good way to show to your network and potential employers maybe that you're taking a proactive approach in building out your skill set and taking the time to learn some really modern and disruptive technology like CrowdSec within the world of cybersecurity. So yeah, if you haven't already, I would urge you to complete the course, download your certificate and show them off. So as well as having access to these free learning courses, as an Academy user, you will also gain access to our exclusive learning forum. So this forum is built into the Academy site and is only accessible for people that have created accounts. So the purpose of the forum is just a really good way to network with your fellow learners. So you can follow different profiles, you can get to know the kinds of people that are also learning with you. You can also ask any technical question about what you've learned, and myself and the technical team here at CrowdSec monitor this daily. So any technical questions, feel free to ask them in there, and you can hear from Team CrowdSec directly. And we're also urging our learners to leave their feedback about the courses, which so far has been extremely positive, which we're really pleased about. But it's a really good place to leave suggestions for additional courses. If there's anything that you need explaining in a bit more detail, please feel free to leave them on the forum. And then one last thing to show you before I head over to the Academy platform. We're really excited to announce this. So I want to give you a really, well, we have announced it, but this is a sneak peek for you at a really exciting event that we're going to host in Paris in September, specifically the 22nd of September. So this is a brand new and immersive hackathon. It's the first event of its kind that we have ever hosted. And as I say, it will take place in September at a very cool new venue in Paris called Cyber Campus. So it's an evening event, like a lot of hackathons are, and it's going to include some very fun challenges, taking the theme of kind of cyber extraterrestrials, as you can probably guess from this picture on the screen. But I want to stress the event is completely free. open to anyone of any ability. And the reason why I'm telling you about it today is because if you're interested, the Academy is a really good tool to kind of prepare for the event and gain some foundational knowledge of CrowdSec, which will be very useful. So we have a really generous prize pot of €15,000. Registrations are open, and I can see Paige has dropped the sign up link in the chat. As I say, we have announced this, and spaces are filling up pretty fast. So if you're interested, I would really urge you to go and sign up. You can join. It's a team-based hackathon. You can sign up in teams of up to 5 people. So yeah, very excited about this one. A lot of the team will be there in person, so a really good chance. If you are based in France or even further afield, there's quite a lot of money up for grabs. So definitely worth making the trip. So talk is cheap. Time to actually show you the platform. So what I'm going to do now, I'll spend about 5 to 10 minutes, giving you a very quick overview of the site and what you need to do to get started. And then, as I say, towards the end of the webinar, I'll open up the chat to any questions and any feedback you have. So if you bear with me 1 second, just going to swap tabs. So here we go. Welcome to the CrowdSec Academy. So if you haven't already signed up, you can access the platform using this URL that you see at the top of the screen here. So academy.crowdsec.net. As I said, this is completely free, always will be. Anyone is free to join and make the most of our materials. So I won't bore you by reading out the homepage. This is really a summary of everything that I've sort of just covered in that previous presentation. But you can see here a quick note from Philippe, our CEO, who really lives and dies by this philosophy that strength and efficiency are found in the collaborative approach. So as I mentioned, we are all about community and trying to educate as many people as possible to arm them with all the tools they need to start protecting their deployments. So that was a huge motivation for the Academy. Philippe really pushed it, and yeah, we're so glad that we spent a lot of time to create this, because as I say, we've had close to 7,000 people join us, 700 people. I wish it was 7,000, maybe in a couple of weeks. But if you scroll down, you can also see some stats about CrowdSec. So although we are only just 2 years old, you can see during those 2 years, we've made massive strides towards our mission. So we've detected almost 44 million malicious IP addresses. We've been installed hundreds of thousands of times, and we've had some really good traction with people checking out our GitHub repository. Since we are an open source tool, you're free to go and explore the GitHub repos and have a play around. So once you've landed on the Academy site, you can see that you can log in or sign up. I will log in, but I just want to make a note that we try to make it super simple for anyone to create an account. You can sign on with Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Apple. But of course, you can also sign up with name, email, and password. So whatever is best for you. I'll log into my test account or my account. So once you've logged in, you'll be greeted with this page, which really gives you a breakdown of the courses that are available to you, how far into these courses you are. So you can see that I still need to complete this community-driven course. And then I'm not going to show too much of the learning forum. Because this is a live webinar, we have first names, last names, a few bits of sensitive information on there. So I don't want to broadcast out the names of people that may not want to be shared on a webinar. But if you want to take a closer look at the forum, once you've created an account or once you've logged in, if you click on the learning forum, you can then start to interact with people, leave your feedback, see what other people are saying. So if you scroll to the top, you also have a profile, which is customizable. So it gives you a breakdown of the courses that you've enrolled in, how long you've spent on the platform. We also have some built-in kind of achievement badges. So similar to things like Reddit, the more active you are, the more badges you can collect. And you can also, it will also store your certifications here for you. So if for whatever reason you lose it, or you want to prove to someone that you actually earned it yourself, you can log in and download your certificate whenever you want. Again, courses, and then your network. As I say, you have the ability to follow different learners, interact with them. Obviously, we take zero tolerance approach to any bad language, any harassment. So far, everyone has been, extremely well behaved, which we're really proud about. As it should be. We are a community, so absolute zero tolerance on any abuse of the forum. You also have the opportunity to customize your profile, so your name, your email. You can add a short bio for people to get to know you. You can add your socials. You can obviously change your password, and from here you can manage your privacy settings. So whether you want to receive different notification emails, that kind of thing. So once you've logged in and customized your profile, you can click on the Get Started button, which will take you to our course page. So as mentioned, we launched last week with these two courses. So again, over the next couple of weeks, you'll see more and more content being uploaded. Once you've found a course that you're interested in, you can click into it, and it will bring you to this sort of course overview page. So you can see at the top here, you can see what kind of level of expertise this is targeting. So this is a beginner course to introduce you to CrowdSec and how to get started, the format, the length of the course, and then the award that you'll receive once completing it. You'll also see a bit more about who this is aimed at. And then if you scroll down the page, you will get a full breakdown of the course modules. So this course is split into 7 different modules. So to give you a very quick rundown of our CrowdSec course, the first module is all around an introduction. So this really tells you how we came to be, a bit about our founders, our commitment to open source, and how we're taking a very different approach to security. Module number 2, a complete overview of our CrowdSec security engine. So this is our open source component that is really responsible for detecting malicious IPs and cyber threats, and then also remediating them too. So module 3 looks at how we actually detect them using our parsers and behavior scenarios. Module 4 really gives you a good understanding about how our remediation components can remediate any threats that we've identified. Module number 5 will give you a very clear overview of how we collect our crowdsourced cyber threat intelligence. Module 6 is actually a hands-on lab with an associated video. So this hands-on lab will walk you through a complete installation of the security engine in a virtual environment. So you either have the choice of doing it on your own server, or you can follow us along in this interactive learning environment. The seventh module will introduce you to the console, which is our software as a service interface. So really, really handy if you need to visualize or need a visualization of the different threats that your security engine has picked up. And if you have multiple deployments, then this is a really good place to consolidate all of the alerts and decisions, and you can manage all of your deployments from one place. And then, of course, you have the option to claim your certificate of completion once you've gone through the course. So to actually start a course, you'll be prompted to either enroll, but since I have started this course already, it says continue. And this is our course player. So you can see on the left-hand side all of the different modules. If you expand them, it will give you the option to play the associated video. So as I said, starts off with an introduction to CrowdSec. I have muted this, so don't expect any sound, but this is Trent. This is our AI avatar. I'm sure you agree, it's very difficult to tell the difference between a human presenter and him. So I would love to get your feedback on what you think of Trent. We, as I say, are planning on localizing a lot of content. So you'll see Trent in the coming weeks speaking Spanish, French, Chinese as well. So yeah, he's a very, very clever guy. So that is really my overview of our academy. So hopefully by now you've got a really good understanding of why we've chosen to create this free platform. Just to reiterate this, we are treating this as a community resource. So any suggestions, any course suggestions, feedback, we really, really do want to hear them. So please feel free over the next couple of minutes to leave feedback in the chat, ask me any questions, because that is the end of my walkthrough. So I know we've come up to time, but happy to stay on for a bit longer if anyone has any questions. I will also go through the chat to see if I missed any along the way. Yeah, really good point, Lorenz. So these tools, our academy, are really there to help people that perhaps don't have the means to pay for very expensive training. So yeah, really, really pleased to see that you get that as well. So it doesn't look like we have any questions. Either I've done a good job at explaining it or a terrible job, and there's too many questions for people to ask. But as I say, you can always reach me on Discord. You can reach out to me personally. You can join. Thank you, Lorenz. You can join our Discord and chat with other community members. You can also join the academy, which I really hope a lot of you will after this. Feel free to tag me, tag CrowdSec in any post you put on your LinkedIn or social networks. We are going to cherry pick a few. I will say that we're going to reward with some swag. So yeah, as they say, you need to be in it to win it. But I think, thank you very much, Marcel. I'm not seeing any questions, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Again, thank you, Peter. Again, thank you everyone for joining, and yeah, hopefully chat with some of you soon.